Welcome to Crypto Live. Let's find out what all the fuss is about this new intervention that was denied, the SEC motion that was granted, and the potential of XRP to $500. Also, do you think XRP has what it takes to reach $1,000? Thus, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our upcoming videos about cryptocurrencies. To start, I just want to acknowledge some comments on which people cite that we are always only speaking of the future. In fact, everybody, even the biggest names in XRP, like Hogan, is just waiting for the next updates because even the SEC seems to be slowing things down. So what we can actually do is trust what XRP's potential may bring to its investors in the future, right? So let's get started. It's no secret that a lot of stuff has happened. A lot has gone down. I will begin with the tweet of James Fallon, and this was already paraphrased. So the court grants Ripple's motions to compel production of the Slack communications of Ripple. A grant of the motion for 283 letter determination states that the Slack messages sought are relevant to the parties' claims and defenses, and are proportionate to needs of the case. In addition, the burden Ripple may have to bear over the years is more than compensated by its previous commitment to produce relevant Slack messages, as well as the amount of the controversy and the relative resources of the parties. Consequently, Ripple is ordered to search and provide the 22 custodians identified by the SEC with responsive documents. In any case, do you think Ripple isn't going to win this one regardless of how you look at it? So, can it be good or can it be bad? In fact, there's nothing really new here. This is just a normal fact-finding procedure. And having done some research on the U.S. law and trying to figure out how it is in this country, my observation is that this has been a normal process throughout. Actually, discovery involves getting all your facts and then going through tons of motions to compel. The fact that Ripple and the SEC are currently taking advantage of compulsion is also why we're seeing a lot of motion. And they're doing that for specific reasons. They're so close to the deadline, whereas the deadline has already been due. Firstly, why were there so many applications at the end of the deadline when there shouldn't have been? Specifically, just in this case, the SEC stated that it wasn't possible because they didn't know. In my opinion, why not learn this info while doing the SEC side of the research, particularly during the entire fact-finding phase? It could have been focused on things that could not have been done prior, yet it feels like they're just building things and fishing for things, and not really going after anything. The fact is that they did not have to file so many motions to compel, when in their own opinion they should have obtained most of the information before even starting the lawsuit. Then there were some words from Jeffrey Hogan about this post, that he didn't like being right sometimes. But here we are. Witness depositions are underway, and we will find out in a couple of months if any evidence is shown in the Slack messages. And for him, most likely, it won't be a big deal. Andrew Wheelock of Twitter stated, again this was paraphrased, that after hearing about the objective standard, he felt less concerned that tweets may violate security laws, and even if they indicated what they think, they may be violating security laws. And isn't it less important what they think if the law is unclear than what they actually believe? And Jeremy is fully aware that Andrew's paying attention. However, he believes the SEC in these documents are attempting to find messages that hint Ripple was treating XRP like a share of stock. And then there will be an increase in XRP price. And you may wonder, why would Ripple do that? Or why would they ever leave? As a matter of fact, the makers of the crypto have in fact devised strategies to keep the market price from falling too low, and to keep it from dropping too far, since it would be detrimental to the advancement of your cryptocurrency. Similarly, marketing campaigns are sometimes organized around issues. For example, let's assume there's a new type of crypto that's just been released right now. It has 100 billion coins, of which 10% are locked up by the founders. Nevertheless, the founder must lock it up for the first 24 months or 12 months, whatever he does afterwards, even though usually he does so a little bit. And there will be a huge selling pressure at those points, so the price drops like crazy, or people start selling in anticipation of the founder selling, because they do not want that founder to sell. Therefore, a lot of these projects have marketing campaigns centered on those areas to ensure that they can maintain the price or ensure that the volume is high enough so that the founders and other professionals can actually sell it without that big influence. So if the Ripple network doing something similar wouldn't be too strange, either since Ethereum did it, most likely, Cardano is probably doing it, and others are probably doing the same. Honestly, it isn't that odd. But when you look at it from the perspective of a SEC investigation, it is somewhat weird. Next, the court ruled that attorney Lilia Tesler cannot represent a specific party or movement in the case, which means that the attorney does not represent any parties or movements involved in the case. And a proper motion for leave to file an amicus brief should be filed by the Chamber of Digital Commerce before the court strikes the Chamber of Digital Commerce from the docket. Then a future amicus brief by the Chamber of Digital Commerce could be filed after the court's ruling, if the Chamber of Digital Commerce requests it. And the order was a text order, meaning no separate documents need to be posted. Then the judge denied the request of Lilia Tesler to assist the court for reasons that you might wonder. This was not because she didn't want the advice. It was because there was a local rule in her court of this judge, and that local rule stipulated that if you want to file for such an appearance in this particular court, you have to file for it first. Basically, they're requesting to be able to engage in the process of filing a motion to compel. It means they're requesting to be able to place the demand, which is ridiculously stupid, but it is a local rule. That's why in a lot of other courts it's not the case. But here, there's a requirement that you file in order to make a claim. I mean, it is basically the same thing Justin Sun does every time he announces something. However, this attorney, Lilia Tesler, wasn't familiar with these local rules. It's like she just asked the judge if she could appear as a friend of the court, and the judge didn't even want to comment because she didn't go through the normal process. In addition, a Twitter user posted that the judge denied a motion from the Chamber of Digital Commerce for the individual to appear pro-hack and struck the motion from the docket until the motion for leave was properly filed. And this is a loss of cryptocurrency, and a motion has been filed by the Chamber to appear at the council. And so what does it mean for a normal person? In this case, as a friend of the court, however, Judge Netburn has her own local rules to follow, starting with the motion for leave. And this motion for leave is basically what you ask for before filing your original motion. In fact, John Dean experienced the same thing a few months ago, when he first attempted to engage Judge Therese via a motion to intervene. John says yes, it does have very unique local rules, and you should have seen how stressed he became once they discovered that a footnote must be 12 points in size. Normally, footnotes are 10 points, but when he converted it, it went over the page limit by a paragraph. However, Schwartz said that if the motion does not fit the page limit, you can put it in the footnotes. One thing you should know is that there is a page limit for motions like this, so you can't simply file an application for the next 100 pages. For this judge, the local rules specify that footnotes are discouraged, so the judge must have anticipated that chess move. Nevertheless, those are all empty gestures. The judge doesn't want the facts. In addition, the SEC has requested until September 8th to answer questions in Chris Larson's motion to compel the SEC to answer interrogatories regarding the Howey test. And this time frame is aligned with the time schedule, and they basically said they just wanted to respond to your request that you posted today or on September 8th, according to official records. Consequently, for me, this is not that Ripple has lost because they don't follow due process. It's just that their motion was denied because it didn't follow that process. So I am still confident that Ripple will win this lawsuit and has the potential of reaching $500 in XRP price. That's all for this video about crypto, and thank you for watching. If you would like to receive updates on the crypto market, make sure you click the subscribe and bell button.